security. Handle that. Handle that.
First Alert Center, I'm Rob Krieger. Baton Rouge rapper Lil Boosie is expected in court today after police say he assaulted a security guard at a nightclub in Houston. Now, according to reports, Boosie, whose real name is Torrance Hatch, is accused of hitting the security guard in the head with a glass hookah. Investigators say it happened when the security guard refused to allow one of Boosie's female friends to use the restroom as the club was closing at 2 a.m. The report says as the woman was escorted out of the club, she dropped her belongings, and when the guard tried to pick him up, he was hit from behind with a hookah. The guard told police he saw Boosie holding the broken hookah, and records show the guard needed 8 staples in his head.
Probable cause was read by the state. They alleged that Mr. Hatch hit someone in the head with a hookah bottle, a security guard at this club dome.
And what's the charge?
Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He's doing good, so we plan to vigorously defend him and investigate the case and see where we are. We believe he was defending another person, and so we want to be able to show the state that and hopefully get this case dismissed. So today the judge set an $85,000 bond and allowed Mr. Hatch to do a walkthrough bond, which allows for him to go with a bail bonding company and make the bond. So the bond conditions are to stay away from the place where this situation occurred, as well as to not have any contact with the complaining witness in the case. And we have a new court date of September 15th. I just would ask everyone to reserve judgment and let this case play out in the court.
Hey, to all my family and fans, man, I'm okay, bro. I'm all right. It's basically a money grab, man. It's a money grab, bro. This is what you go through as an entertainer. The facts of the case have come out. I mean, we in court now. But this is a money grab, man. This guy wasn't even supposed to be a security in the first place, man. This nigga done 17, 18 years for aggravated armed robbery with a deadly weapon. He just got caught at the border a couple years back, smuggling women out the country and in the country. He just got off federal paper. So, man, it's grab, bro. You know, when I first found out about the warrant a couple days ago, I contacted my PO. I let him know what was going on. I'm all right, though, man. It's just life. Life be lifing, bro. Life be lifing, man. But, you know, God got me, bro. So I'm all right, man. To all my fans, all my family, I'm all right.
Boosie Badazz landed himself in some serious legal trouble once again, and people are watching closely. News outlets like Channel 8 and Fox 26 Houston were right there catching courtroom footage of Boosie Badazz and even capturing his attorney in real time. And listen, I'm going to break down that write-up in just a second so we can really understand what's going on here. But hold up, this is a very serious situation for Boosie. We're talking aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in Texas, and this isn't just limited to one place, it carries weight everywhere. And I always tell people in Texas especially, this kind of charge can get real ugly depending on how prosecutors decide to push it. Now here's the thing, it's not always about a gun being involved, even objects can escalate the charge into something much more serious. And in this case, even something like a bottle is being discussed as potentially being upgraded into a deadly weapon classification. There are a lot of layers to this situation, way more than people realize at first glance. But the biggest factor here for Boosie is that he's already on federal probation, and that changes everything. That's where things start to get real serious because he claims he spoke to his probation officer and maintains he's innocent until proven guilty. But at the same time, no one has seen solid proof yet that clears everything up completely. That video circulating online, the one people are talking about, was reportedly shared on a forum and Instagram before spreading everywhere. And I didn't personally see Boosie throwing anything at anyone in those clips. He's saying the whole thing is being twisted into a money grab situation, but others are pushing back on that narrative, saying it may not be that simple. From what I could see, he appears off to the side when the first bottle gets thrown, and then things escalate with other people involved. So the real question becomes, what exactly is going on in that moment? But authorities are still saying Boosie allegedly had a bottle in his hand at some point during the incident. And I want to be clear, just having it doesn't automatically confirm how it was used. Still, that object is being treated as a potential weapon under the law, and that's why this whole situation is being taken so seriously right now. It's one of those cases where someone may have just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And the official write-up lays everything out step by step like this. Louisiana rapper Boosie Badazz, whose real name is Torrance Ivy Hatch Jr., is now facing an aggravated assault charge in Harris County from an incident last month. According to court records, on May 25th, Boosie was arrested and formally charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Prosecutors allege that Boosie intentionally, knowingly, and recklessly caused bodily injury to a security guard by striking him in the head with a glass hookah and using it as a deadly weapon. Court documents say the alleged victim was working security at Privilege nightclub near Main Street when a woman tried to access a restroom.
The security guard reportedly told investigators he escorted her out because the venue was closed, which led to her becoming upset and arguing with him. Records also state he tried to calm the situation down, but the woman dropped her phone and keys while he was assisting her. At that point, a man later identified as Boosie allegedly came up from behind holding a hookah base and struck the guard in the head. Investigators say the security guard suffered a head injury and was immediately transported to a hospital for treatment. A second security guard told investigators he saw a confrontation unfold and heard glass break right before noticing the guard bleeding from the head. The witnesses also claimed they saw Boosie holding a shattered glass hookah base while yelling at the injured security guard. Court records say both the complainant and the witness identified Boosie by his stage name, Boosie Badazz, and stated he was working as a host at the club that night. Records further show Boosie appeared in court Monday morning and his bond was set at $85,000. Now, this is a very serious situation for Boosie. You've got two separate people listed as witnesses in this case. I'm telling you, there should ideally be camera footage involved here, but they may not have had that exact angle. At the end of the day, it's basically his word against theirs. And him being on federal probation right now makes everything a lot more complicated. And I've heard Boosie himself suggest that this might be a money grab situation. They're also saying this guy wasn't even formal security, just someone who was there working the job. But once you introduce a potential weapon into the situation, it can quickly turn into an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge. And those are the rules the system goes by, not me. I don't make those rules. He is innocent until proven guilty. We haven't seen anything concrete yet, so I'm not convicting anybody off a phone clip, but this is still a very serious matter, especially when you are on federal probation. You've got to do everything possible to stay out of situations like this. You've got to do everything possible to de-escalate before things get out of hand. You've got to do everything possible to avoid these types of arguments altogether, because one thing the system will never run out of is space. And that space is used to lock people up and put their families through all kinds of stress and hardship. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you. We'll keep you updated on everything as it develops. We've still got more topics to cover today. There's a lot happening right now. We've got to get into this Sauce Walka conversation. I'm waiting to hear his response on everything since we missed the initial news earlier. So we're going to tap into that Sauce discussion next. Then we also have the Carmelo Anthony trial update starting in court.